Hello, and hey, I got something to say, something to say. I'm so excited. Yes, I love the holiday season, but I'm having Holly and Jeanna on today, live. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. They were rescheduled, and I thought, ooh, what a great opportunity to bring these gals on. And here they come. Woo! Woo! It's very rare that we have two ladies on at the same time. I don't even know if we ever did it. So this is the first.
We are like having to huddle up close for you.
You're going to have to like moochy mooch. All right, before we get into it, because the 30 minutes is going to go like that, let me just tell them a little bit about you.
Please.
Out of their thirst to create magic within a community and their love, for the limelight. I love when people admit that. Holler. The LOA Uncorked Podcast was born in 2018. Holly and Jeanna are all about making conscious creation a lifestyle. Love it. About learning and sharing how we can experience and express ourselves fully in our authenticity and personal power. They love to experiment with every inspiring philosophy, viewpoint, technique, or life hack there is. And at the same time, they are fully in their element, sharing their own wisdom, creation, and adventures of the world. All right, we got to stop there because we need you on here live to tell everything. So before we get into it, ladies, the questions. I got questions everywhere when I told my peeps you were coming on. But the biggest one of all the things you said, which will go back to your one statement, but let's get in number 3. Request daily creations. They want to know how, when, why, where. Do they sit down? Do they have to talk with a tree? Is it religious? Is it meditation? That's what they want to know the most.
Okay, I love that. So I think, this may be a boring answer, okay, but it's whatever resonates with you. So everybody's different. And so I like to do it in the morning to set the tone for the day. And I ask for, so even if it's like, let me be in service today, or let me see a clown today. Sometimes I like to play and I like to have fun with Jeanna. So if I can see a clown and scare her, it makes me happy. Okay. And
I hate clowns.
we don't.
I hate them.
Rebrand.
They need to go away.
They
see pile in their car, all 17 of them, and go away.
Go.
Yeah, clown car
right.
away. Clown car away. Yep.
And so, and then I also like to infuse it with gratitude, just to set the tone for the day. So I feel like, and we feel like it's important to be intentional to start your day, but you can do it at any time, and anybody can do it however they want. They can ask God, they can ask, a clown, they can ask whatever, because we believe God, the universe, is always listening and wants to delight us.
Yes. And you know what? One of the things we've really practiced hard is have fun. Make it light. It shouldn't be onerous. It shouldn't be heavy. So you can do this brushing your teeth. You can stack it on things you're already doing in your drive in the office. You can kind of create your own practice that, if it means, kind of walking out and sitting in the garden in the morning for 5 minutes, it doesn't take long. Do whatever fills you up and feels like the right practice for you.
I'm laughing because question that just popped up, and we have fake names for the people, so we'll call her Sally Bell. So Sally Bell wants a little bit more, to get specific.
Yeah.
So she wants to know, can she say, "Yo, God, can you bring a lover to me in the next week?"
Yes.
Hell yes.
Yes.
And you might say, "Yo, Neil." Okay.
Yeah.
Let him be Neil. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I would always add, like, if Sally Bell wants a lover next week, I would always add, give me a lover or something that furthers my happiness or soul. Yeah. And so I sometimes maybe it's not good for us to have a lover next week. Okay. So, and I feel like the divine God universe knows better than us.
For sure. For sure.
Sorry.
There's so many follow-up questions for Sally. But Sally, we got to move on. But she does want you to know it's because she's going away for the weekend. And she is single. So there's that.
Feel intuitively this might be a good thing.
Yes. I think the odds are forever in your favor, Sally. So I'll just remember that. Yeah.
I love that.
Okay. So the next big question, and this was from We Allow It, even though it's for women around the world. Billy Bob wants to know, he wants to do it for money, but he wants to make it so it's like, yo, God, I need money. Like, how would you do it around cashola, financial freedom? What's a way you would say it?
I love that. And so, you know, I think the thing you want to do is set an abundance mindset. And so set your intention that, yo, God, give me some moolah. And then you got to delight in the moolah you find. So, for example, you know, I mean, give me an example of something that you just find and you rejoice in it. Like you got a discount. A discount is finding money.
Absolutely.
And you rejoice in that. And you really have to, I mean, money is one of those sticky subjects. You want it to stick and not leave you. Okay. But it's one of those sticky subjects that you have to make sure you dig deep and look for any lack. So I can't go to this thing because I don't have the money, or, you know, money, but like there's and usually the pinnacle of lack of money is, you know, a worthiness issue. And it's like, or thoughts from childhood, money is bad. People are bad with money. I mean, our young people right now really think billionaires are bad. Everybody's bad. You know, capitalism is bad.
Money is bad.
Money
in
is
a lot
bad.
of ways,
right. Yeah. And I think that's a byproduct of seeing maybe our generation like it. And so it's like, it's an interesting spot to be in, but I always say, yo, God, give me some abundance in money and resource and friendship and love.
Yeah. And I do think, like Holly said, you know, it probably won't be the amount he's wanting, maybe, right? But once you start to see it come in and welcome it in and milk, exactly.
Milk the flow. I don't know. That was terrible.
That was terrible.
Oh, but I do agree. And I think for me, I had to retrain my brain too, because I got brought up that people have money are evil, you know what I mean? And they do horrible things. So in my retraining, I looked at it like abundance. And what other areas in my life are abundant. And I can feel when I start feeling guilty because I'm making money, because then it goes the opposite way and I have to go, okay, let's go back again. And then, you know, train it to what are the other areas in my life that I have freedom or abundance in. So.
And I was going to say that too. I think, you know, what's the root of why the money request, and really do some soul searching on that too, because for me money is it's the ability to go and do for others the way I would like to do that. So, you know, maybe money isn't always you can start to do that in other ways too, and that will help welcome in this, you know,
milk the flow.
All I can see is a cow now, but my cow has like green dollar signs on it. Yeah.
All right, let's get back to it now. Who wants to say, when I ask the one thing you want to tell the women of the world and men listening, tell me.
Yeah.
And why? And why'd you pick that one?
Well, the one yes? Okay, go.
Yes, no, go for it. Yeah,
all right, so the one thing that we love to tell people is stop apologizing and, you know, allow apology to be apologizing, because when you apologize too much, you undermine your authority, you undermine your confidence. Oftentimes people look at you differently, and we have a tendency, not only do we do it out of anxiety, because like, I'm sorry I'm late, I'm sorry, you know, like I have this, we're both corporate executives, so we have a lot of corporate, a lady was running a spreadsheet and she kept saying, because she was running it slow, sorry. And then a man took over, and I'm not saying men don't do this either,
But it is more prevalent for women.
It is. We at least in the corporate world, that's where we've seen it. And the guy didn't apologize, and he was like 5 gazillion times slower than her, and he was just like meandering about, you know. And I'm like, okay, well, it's one of those things that, you know,
which is beautiful.
He
was meandering without worrying about it. But it is. I am a tragic offender in this area. And I'm reformed. I'm reforming. I have helping me reform, and it's so unconscious to me. It's almost like saying please or thank you for me. And I do it out of caring very much what people think and wanting to please, and a level of anxiety that comes with that. And so Holly has been really great about bringing it to my attention, and when she does, I reflect on, she'll give instances in which I said it. I don't remember saying it ever. Yeah. Ever.
It's to be a
habit. I have no idea why, because I had nothing to apologize for. Right. There was nothing. If, you know, that is, and it does. I think it changes people's perception of you.
It does.
Very much so.
And we also said, you know, we should be mindful of how we speak always. But one of the things that I used to say is I would finish my sentence in a corporate executive role and say, well, that's just my thoughts. Well, why is that just my thought? Okay. Right. Like, and she would say, well, those are my 2 cents. I'm like, that was a price. I would mouth across the room, that was priceless, you know. And how I got, like, we would be in a meeting, I went, priceless.
That was way more than 2 cents.
That was way more than 2 cents. Stop devaluing yourself. And so we're like apologizing. We definitely embrace an apology when it's necessary. And usually you say, I am sorry for. That's remorse. But when we are late for a meeting and we say, sorry, I'm late, sorry, we say flip that shit and say, you know, thank you for waiting. It's a thank you.
Ooh.
Thank you. Flip that stuff and say thank you, or say nothing at all.
Or nothing.
Or nothing.
Or nothing.
Mm-hmm. And therefore your power is returned. People look at you as confident. You know, we don't discount ourselves by adding these qualifying statements about sense or just, or, you know, these qualifiers. We don't need to be doing that anymore, people. Women unite, men unite, and we don't do it anymore. We help each other evolve, because again, it becomes, you know, it does become a habit.
Only apologize if you're going to remember it. And we remember when we need to apologize.
I love
right?
It has more impact. All right, ladies, I don't do this often, but what you said just deserves the F-bomb. You see, it's a bomb with the F on. And it's for F that, and let's have fun. So there you go. You got the F-bomb. All right, now.
That's cute.
I love that. I need one of those.
By the way, I was the worst at it, and then it took years for me to catch myself, and then I realized my son was doing it. Like everything said, I'm sorry, and trying to break him of that. I'm like, oh my God, I taught you that. What have I done? He goes, Mom, it's okay. You didn't screw me up for. I mean, you did a lot of good things, but I got to break this habit. You know?
Absolutely. Yeah, but you do. You create patterns, especially, you know, in a family system like that. And I'm relatively certain that's where mine were inspired. You know. But I, you know, I'm doing my part to kind of break that and make sure that because it does lessen your power.
Yeah.
So
and your authentic.
Yeah. So we helped each other. Corporate office. So get yourself, if you're in a corporation or something, get yourself a buddy. Get yourself a buddy, because you won't know you're doing it. Then they can help point it out, and then you can reform as best as possible.
Absolutely. That's really, really
Do
important.
that at Toastmasters when you're doing keynotes. Your fallback works. Like, it's not that, but it could be is, whatever. People don't even know they're doing it, you know, which is great. Yeah. All right, ladies.
Oh gosh, that does look scary.
I know.
No. I think it's funny. They want to know, I got this 10 times, what LOA stands for.
Oh, okay. It's law of attraction.
Yes.
Uncorked is what it is. But we go well beyond law of attraction. But that's kind of the underpinning of a lot of things that we believe in.
Yeah, our podcast is about conscious creation as a lifestyle, as you said. And I think we've sort of kind of steered away from law of attraction. I think so many people think of The Secret as the law of attraction. And I think this definitely was instrumental in bringing consciousness and being intentful and mindful with what you're putting out in the world. You get back, right? Yep. So I think from a fundamental standpoint, it did a great job. But I think, you know, we're definitely trying to evolve it and think about it much broader than just law of attraction.
Okay, so let's expand upon that, because I know where you're going with it. And it used to be like law of attraction. All right, you just think it, you're just sitting at home and meditating, it's going to come to you. And that's not it at all. We know that's not it. It's about, for me, and I just want to hear your point of view. Oh my God, the men are coming in. They want to know more. But it's for me, I'm aware of what my thoughts are. I spend time, whether it's meditating, talking to a tree, just being aware of what's going on in there, and then thinking, is it going to serve me well or not? And what am I putting out in the world? So whether you believe your thoughts travel or not, it doesn't matter, because if you're thinking certain thoughts, it's going to affect what you got in life. Yep. So how can you expand upon that?
Well, I love that. I feel like we're all energy. And so we're putting out energy all the time, whether it's negative energy or positive energy or even neutral energy. And I feel like it's super important for us to be aware of that. And I think when it comes to the law of attraction, it's gotten a lazy, you know, a lazy or a boring or old-fashioned, you know, I don't know, storyline.
It's like you close your eyes and wiggle your nose and make a wish and it shows up.
And we think you have to take action and inspire action and action every day. And it has to be on the forefront of your mind, doing exactly what you said. Let's put out positive things. Let's not be negative. You're not going to be attracting a bunch of great things if you have negative thoughts in your head. You're just not. And I came from a family that, you know, was very negative. And I remember thinking that, you know, going from that to this is a big leap, but it can be done.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, because we were talking before. I was reading your information and I thought, ooh, Holly, you grew up with this, and you're like, not true. It was. So tell me a little bit about that, because it was later in life. It's not like you grew up with this family and everyone believed and you had all this positive, powerful energy surrounding you.
No, I grew up in a family that felt that, you know, when's the next bomb gonna drop? And it was always negative. In fact, I thought, don't be happy, because that you'll just be disappointed and you're just bringing on more negative things. I mean, that's how I was raised. And I didn't change until I was in my 40s, I think. And I thought I was all alone. There were no fancy friends or God helping or any angels or any
friends.
No fancy mystic friends helping. That
Sandy Joy was nowhere to be found.
Where was she?
I don't know.
When we needed her. And you know, and that happened later on. So it can happen. I think you're right when you say, I mean, the key is exactly what you said. Be conscious of how you're thinking.
Yeah.
That's it. And flip it, just like we said.
And be curious about it, and recognize that when thoughts are coming, and if they're not serving you and they're not positive, we have the power to change that. So you have to acknowledge it, see it, maybe do a little bit of investigating about where it's coming from, and then really go to work on being intentional of, you know, next time that bubbles up for me, I'm going to approach it in this more positive way. And again, enlisting friends and having people that you can talk to about it that help support or can help you see it is incredible. I think it's powerful. You can do it alone. Holly did the majority of it by herself, I would say. At least in the beginning. At least in the beginning. But you can do it. And Holly is just like a guiding beacon of light in this area. Like, she really truly is, and she inspires to do this work themselves, including myself. So see, now we're all closer together.
And you know, I would just add one thing. If you're having negative thoughts, there's an underpinning that needs to be healed. It's really a gift. And I know nobody likes those kinds of gifts. Okay. But it's really, and I want to rebrand healing too, but it's an invitation to like look within and, you know, figure out what inside yourself needs to just shift and evolve. And then it makes the thought to be easier when it's positive. Flips it to positive.
So Betty Boop says Betty Boop knows that I really believe that accountability partners make a huge difference besides coaches and therapists. And she wants to know, are you each other's accountability partners and in what areas right now?
Ooh, that's such good. Well, yes. I mean, Holly, even if I didn't hire her, she is my accountability. She volunteers on a regular basis.
Unfortunately, I do that.
No, but she is, and I'm so incredibly grateful for it. Right now, Holly is helping me stay very focused on my bigger picture and where I'm going versus where I'm at. And I have a tendency to be extremely diligent for others and not really doing for myself enough. And what I want and what drives me in life and making sure that I'm prioritizing that. And so Holly has really been helping me. I mean, our entire friendship she has, but certainly more recently, because, you know, it's really important. It's easy to fall into, that's when we become unconscious, is when we're doing things for others and kind of going through all those things and really staying conscious for what fills my cup up, what makes me happy, and prioritizing that first and foremost. Not to say don't care for others and don't do for others. But definitely. Yeah. So that's kind of what. That and the, you know, we're keeping me reminding to be powerful in my words and stop apologizing. Which I am doing better on, don't you think?
Absolutely.
Yes, okay.
Absolutely. I think that you should always I have a therapist and coach, and I feel like, and accountability with her. And so she's helping me with one of my core woundings in life. And I had to like peel apart the layers of Holly to find it, because I used to be very a mysterious Pisces.
She was like a chameleon.
She's helping me be seen. So one of the things in life, I was never seen as a child. I was never seen. And so she highlights to me how I'm seen and helps me grow through, you know, actually, you know, she's probably the first person that saw who I was and that I, you know, let in. So I know. And so she's helping me be accountable that I am seen and I am worthy and I am loved.
Yeah. And everything's going to be perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to be just fine.
Yes.
So definitely.
Well, I don't know if I told you, but it was right before like COVID, you know, right in 2020. And I didn't start because of COVID, but I started, hey, I got something to say specifically for women that were 35 and older around the world that didn't feel like they were being heard or seen. And they wanted some kind of family or community to unite them. And I came up with this show, hey, I got something to say. And the beauty of it is not just them getting to hear your stories, but people connecting with you afterwards, you know. And I'm telling you, the best part is that it's women all around the world that you wouldn't connect with that will reach out to you afterwards, even because we record this, and it makes them feel like, okay, I'm not alone. It's all right that I'm in my 40s and feeling this way, and it's not too late.
Right? It's never too late.
Absolutely. And you know, I don't care who you are. I think that is a core wounding of human beings, is not being seen or not feeling important enough to be cherished. Because I think seen and heard is a form of cherishing or honoring someone, right?
So beautiful.
And so, you know, it was just, in fact, I think she did a post on it. Pink. I'm a huge Pink fan. Pink even said on her.
Man. Dance song?
Love me some Pink. So anyway, she even put on an Instagram, like she goes, I really wish my husband would take photos of me I'm always the photo taker. In my family, there's going to be no picture. There's going to be hardly any picture of me because I'm the one taking the photos.
Oh.
And I just find that even she was like, gosh, I just want to be seen by those that we care so much about, right? I was like, interesting.
And she's seen all over the world.
Pink, for God's sakes, right? So yeah, it is fascinating. So
isn't that fascinating? All right, so tell them, ladies, tell them about your night routine with the two of you.
Well, we usually do connect up right before bed because we don't see each other as much now that she's left me alone at the corporate gig. So we usually do chat in the evenings for sure, and usually closer to when we head to bed, kind of get a plan in place and talk about our work together, and so that's fun. I have really started to begin with some meditation, to be honest. I do, there's a great app called Breathe. I love it. And they actually have some hypnosis. They're like 30-minute little,
I'm sorry, I'm a Christmas nut. Look at my little gnome. Do you want this for your night?
Is that a cross between Santa and a gnome?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
I love that.
All right, go ahead.
I like it. So
all right, so tell us about your meditation.
Yes, yeah. And it really helps me just settle down. I have a brain that's
my call doesn't help you settle down.
No.
It
takes me a while after
making
the call.
fun of
yes,
her
I know.
doing something.
I know. Yes. Yes. I have to
wind down after Holly.
Yes. Yeah. It's a good thing.
Okay, so you said you are meditating. So is that something new for you? Is that why you're saying it that way?
Yeah, I literally, it's probably been about a year or year and a half. And sometimes, when I wake up in the middle of the night, I pick another meditation and just turn it really low and head to bed. I also listen to like rain noises. For me, I just have to have something to listen to. Otherwise I get in my head. And but something subtle and quiet that keeps me focused in the right direction towards restfulness. Yeah.
We talked about this a little bit before you came on, and of course, we ran out of time, yada, yada, yada. But when I'm out there speaking and doing workshops and master classes, whether it's in elementary schools or corporations, people are having trouble sleeping. And they go, I have anxiety, I just can't sleep. And I'm like, okay, well, it's the same thing. So that's what I wanted to ask you a little bit. What's your routine? What helps you? And I'm so glad you said, this is what works for me, like guided meditations, where others might just have hummingbirds. What about you, Holly?
Well, people will shoot me. I usually don't have trouble sleeping. Okay. However, this is the routine that works out really nice for me. Is I actually tell my body, so I like to be bossy. Okay, so I actually tell my body, and I start at my toes, and I leisurely work my way up to my neck, because I usually have neck issues, like my neck, my head, and I tell my body each part as I work my way up, the ankle, the calf, the knee, to relax. I command relaxation. And a command.
Demand. It's actually more of a demand, but yeah.
I command relaxation. And when I command it, once I feel it settle down, then I go to the next body part. By the time you get to the head and the neck and the head and your ears and your eyes, and don't forget your eyes, because that's part of sleeping.
True. Yeah.
I mean, you're in such a relaxed state that sleepy time comes quickly. And then if I still don't get that, I will command all the fun fantasy people, God and everybody, kneel. I will say, make me go to sleep, please. I will command. I don't know if that works, but the body thing works.
Oh my God. People,
I'm super helpful.
Hopefully your live people know who we're talking about with Neil, but I
don't think they do. I call Neil God. Some of them may know, some may not, but it's a whole long story, but just know Neil, that's how I call God.
That now, in your honor.
Well, it was an old boyfriend, so I can't officially use it. Okay.
Oh, he was?
Yeah.
No, Neil was not a boyfriend. Yes. Neil is God. Okay, so let's back up here just to restate what they do to fall asleep. And they don't have, because some people, they do. They fall asleep like a baby. Some don't. A lot of people, they fall asleep, but they wake up. So I I like the body thing because it relaxes you. And I like the guided meditation. There's a lot of things. The one thing you don't want to do is pick up gadgets because then, wow.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. The other thing I have done, and I still have it by the bed as well, is to have a pad of paper and pen, because sometimes you're woken up because you're supposed to do something and you've forgotten, or something. I mean, sometimes there's a gift in the wake up.
Yeah.
I have found.
Yeah.
There's a gift in the wake up. And so once you do that, if you know that you could just write it down, you can let it go. You know it's good, and then you can relax again and settle back into whatever pattern works for you. But
That's perfect.
that really has helped a ton.
No, I love that. And I forgot all about that. Matter of fact, I think I got my pad. It says just a girl in her notepad. Can I use that? Just a girl in her notepad. All right, listen, ladies, we got to wrap. But before we go, Holly, you first. What did we say that you want to get out to the world?
I want to get out to the world for all women and men to be mindful in how they speak. Don't apologize unless you have to. You are remorseful, and don't use qualifying statements. And we want you to be in your own power and your own authority, and get that, get all the confidence and get that promotion, whatever you want.
Yes.
All right.
And I would ditto that and just say, while having fun.
Yes.
Yeah. While having fun.
Yes.
All right. I got something to say, ladies. Where can they find you? When's your podcast posted? Tell us all the deets.
Okay, we're posted today. We have a new one out. It comes out every other week. Mm-hmm. And you can find us on LOA Uncorked on all the podcast platforms, on our website. You can find us, and on YouTube on our channel.
Yes.
Okay. So what are you doing fun for the holiday season?
Well, my daughter comes home for college. That's always fun. I love having her back home. Actually, she's out of college. I have that. I'm going to break that habit. But she's coming home, which is going to be fabulous. And just probably playing in the snow a little bit, get them up to the mountains, and time with family and friends.
Holly?
Her to the Willows Lodge because we never celebrated her birthday, and go for a nice wine tasting and spa. And and have a little bit of fun, and right after Christmas.
Wait, I'll come. I'll come.
We'll send you the deets.
All right, I got something to say. You know now why I love these two women. My heart just sings whenever I'm around them. I just met them recently, but I'm telling you, I feel this freaking strong connection. I cannot get rid of it, which is a good thing. So
we're honored.
Don't worry if you missed the beginning. I know people say, I didn't see from the beginning. It's no biggie. Who cares? I'm recording it. I'll put it on every single platform. Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. I don't know. Did I forget something else? Twinkles. Is there a Twinkles? No, I think I just made it up. But anyhow, it'll be everywhere. I love you guys. Have fun. I'm going to stay. Until next time. Toodles. Bye, Neil.
Bye, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Don't go away.